Hello students, myself Yashoda from Silver Bells, Mansarovar. Today we are going to start the second poem from Unit 2 and the name of the poem is The Kite. All of us like to fly kites. So have you ever tried to fly one? So read this poem about a kite as it flies in the sky. So this poem is written by Harry Ben. So in this poem, the poet is explaining about a new kite. So this poem is about a kite. So this kite flies in the sky. So a new kite looks very bright on the blue sky. So it goes high up in the sky by diving down and then it soars very high. So just like the ship moves in the sea using a single sail. So a kite rises up into the sky using a single string. So the kite flies over the tides and hilltops, but when the wind blows slowly, it seems still in the sky. So when the wind falls, it also rests for some time. And when the wind is strong, the person pulls more string from the rope to rise even higher. So when the kite is new, it shines bright in the blue sky, but it seems to us to be torn when it flaps on a string in the top of a tree. So sail means a piece extended on a mast to catch the wind and propel a vessel. Snaps means break suddenly. Gust means a sudden wind. Slack means not held tightly loose. Crest means to go up. Ragged means torn and rough. Source means rise high in the air. Wind it back means roll it back. So first let's read this poem. How bright on the blue is a kite when it's new. With a dive and a dip, it snaps its tail. Then soars like a ship with only a sail. As over tides of wind it rides, climbs to the crest of a gust and pulls, then seems to rest as wind falls. When string goes slack, you wind it black and run until a new breeze blows, and its wings fill and up it goes. How bright on the blue is a kite when it's new. But a raggeder thing you never will see when it flaps on a string in the top of a tree. So this is a very interesting poem. The poet in these lines explains the flying of a new kite in the sky. The poet compares the kite with various things to explain its beauty and its motion. Its flight in the sky depends on the wind. So it flies high only when the wind blows, and when it gets tangled in the branches of a tree, it loses its shine and beauty. So in the first stanza, the poet says that a kite looks bright in the blue sky when it is new. It snaps, that is, it waves its tail with a dive and a dip. In other words, the kite flies in the air like waves travel in the sea, and its tail moves along with it. So the kite soars in the air like a ship floats in the sea with the help of a sail. So in this stanza, the poet talks about the flying of a kite in the sky. So next, as over tides of wind it rides, climbs to the crest of a gust and pulls, then seems to rest as wind falls. So in this stanza, the poet explains how exactly the kite flies in the sky. According to him, the kite rides over the tides of wind. It climbs to the crest, that is, it moves to heights when a strong wind blows, and the kite runner pulls the thread. and when the wind falls means when the wind becomes slow, the kite appears to be taking rest. It does not climb anymore. So when the kite runner loses the string, he winds it back and runs until a new breeze blows, that is, wind starts blowing again. So when the wind starts blowing, the kite's wings are pushed by the air and it starts going up again. So the kite appears bright and beautiful in the blue sky when it's new. So when its string tangles in the top of a tree, it will never appears to be bright and beautiful. So it will look like a wretched thing, that is a torn clothes. It loses its beauty and brightness. So the kite is a symbolic poem with a deeper moral. So in this poem, the poet talks about our morality and brief life of humans. So just like the kite, we go to heights in our youth. Then we face ups and downs, and finally one day we get old and die. So our life on this earth is too short and we must accept this reality. So our youth is like bright kite and we try to achieve everything. We face failures in our lives as the kite goes up and down, and one day we finally become old and die. So the poem is about the reality of human life, which is short like the flight of the kite. So I think you all might have enjoyed this poem. So this poem is written by Harry Ben. So also try to make a kite and fly it with the help of your parents. So here ends this poem. Have a nice day.